Everyone, welcome to Lackawanna Markets. My name is Johnny Tomovich.
My name's Jonathan Hakis.
I'm Paul Scalise.
We're the Tomovich Trio, and today we'll be playing a couple of jazz tunes for you, starting off with Debits and Credits by Jesse Von Ruler.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Lackawanna County Courthouse Square, completed in 1923 by Hazleton artist Peter Sheridan, showcases a lifelike bronze sculpture of John Mitchell, the first president of the United Mine Workers of America. In the niche behind the sculpture, you can
Everybody unmuted? Okay, well, nothing can go perfect, but I hope you enjoyed the sounds of the Tumavich Trio. Great band that I discovered through the Lackawanna County Live series that we do on Wednesday. So even though it's a difficult time, one of the good things that's come out is that the Lackawanna County Arts and Culture Department has met some new people. So I'm Maureen McGuigan, Deputy Director of Arts and Culture. That's a county-funded office. And I'm here today for the Lackawanna Markets fall launch. So as many of you hopefully have attended our 2 markets before, we have a summer market and a highly successful winter market, which is downtown every year. Obviously, we've had to switch gears. So I'm here with Anthracite Events, our partner on those projects. And we've had to pivot, of course. So when this happened, we don't want to lose the emphasis on shopping local, shopping from Northeastern PA creative businesses. So we quickly created an online showcase, virtual showcase supporting our local Northeastern PA markets. As if you read the statistics, online shopping for Walmart is up 200%, and everything. Those large stores are just Amazon, of course, are just skyrocketing. So how do we keep some of that local and support our local artists and businesses during this time? So welcome, Elisa and Brian. Sorry, I chatted a little bit long, but I just want to let our viewers know what we're doing. So do you want to let's start out with you guys kind of introducing yourselves in case people haven't met you yet. Elisa, I'm staring at you. Do you want to?
I can't even tell. Hi, everybody. Again, yes, Brian and I started Anthracite Event 2 years ago, but we've worked together for the past 6 or 7 years doing bigger events around the area of Bonfire, where we met. And again, obviously, Maureen is a part of our little trifecta, I guess you can call it. We've started with Christmas, and unfortunately, during this time, we kind of had to, like Maureen said, switch gears and try to keep everybody together. We have so many great vendors that have kind of created a little family, and I'd like to keep. We didn't think this was going to happen. We were hoping for spring, hoping for summer. And unfortunately, this was not unfortunately for this part, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do things that we really would like to do. And right now, again, we started this during this pandemic that we would be able to bring people still together and have everybody meet everyone, but in a very safe place. So we're kind of hoping to make it just we're going to filter as many people as we possibly can with the county and now the Lackawanna County Visitors Bureau, get everybody some coverage and let everybody see what small businesses are, and kind of keeping it the same, but obviously a little bit different, so everybody can kind of see what we have.
And Brian, you want to tell us about you and your role in Anthracite Events?
Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Murray, owner of Reclamation Industrial Furnishings, but the darker side of Anthracite Events, I guess. But my position is more to make the things happen. Elisa makes things bright and airy and deals a lot with the customers and the vendors, and I deal more with the logistics side of it and making the behind the scenes happen. Like she said, we kind of had to shift gears quickly to to maintain the service that we were providing to the local creatives through the regular markets. So this kind of brainstormed real quickly, and it came about with pretty good reception and success so far.
Yeah, I think, we kind of did a soft launch since it was new, but, it's been gaining momentum. And that's why we wanted to really kick off our fall launch to encourage people to go to the site. We're going to try to, there's a great social media presence. You guys do a good job on showcasing our vendors. And we're going to try to do more events like this. In a little bit, we're going to be talking to Dan Treffler of Space Time Mead and Cider Works, who's been a longtime supporter of our event. So it'll be nice to chat with him. But what's your favorite thing about working with local vendors? What do you think special about Northeastern PA? And either one of you can jump in here.
For me, I think it's just the creativity. The vendors, some of them have it a little bit more grasp on the local history and the things that have come out of the area. The others are more big city type, so it's a good mix. So we have, the mix of vendors that we have. It definitely gives a nice blend of creativity and people who are really looking for an outlet to be able to showcase their stuff. So if we have that need, we're definitely willing to try to help them out as best we can.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Lisa? Or actually,
I think, and this started too, is Brian and I did some research months ago. And Brian, when was the last time there was ever a directory in our local area for businesses?
Well, outside of the actual phone book style ones, a regular directory style deal was before 1900.
Right. So yeah. So, and my sister, and my sister lives away and not back, but she's lived away, and she's, what she wanted to get flowers for my mom or whatever she wanted to do. And there isn't, of course, somebody knew somebody that would do that, but there's no easy way to shop local. If she's in Florida and there's obviously, everything leads to Scranton, right? So people are going to be able to come here, shop. There's food, there's wonderful gifts. Right now, there's a lot of great fall items that are on there that we could keep it together, but at least share. Again, if you're not around and you want to help local and buy local, that you're going to be able to help and send a gift or start something like that. Yeah, so it's fun to kind of connect people back to the area as well.
Yeah, I think that's something I hear a lot with events as well and businesses. Where do I go to find things? And I think in this day and age, when other sites are so easy to use, we kind of need to curate that and make it really simple for the customer. And this, I think, will work well when we can, hopefully sooner than later, go back and do outside events. People who can't make the market, who live away, can still search for gifts. And you're right, I hear a lot of people wanting to support Northeastern PA and Scranton items, and they don't know where to go. So I think this will help make it better. So let's talk about some of the types of items that your vendors are selling, or what people can expect to find when they visit LackawannaMarkets.com.
Well, I think we keep on every month now, every couple of weeks we get new ones, and there's some amazing things, and the way that these people are now marketing their photos and everything are beautiful. Even for kids now, there's a Christine's soap box. If you take a look at her things, she has amazing soaps and bath bombs, great little things for kids, gift bags. I mean, these kids are all going back to school, things like that. And then we have, what Case Quattro Winery. I said that wrong. But so it's a big mix, and we can get newer people. And Brian's been doing this. Brian's been in this community for years.
Yeah, he's been a vendor, for a long time. Yeah.
And the last time I did a little craft show years and years ago, and they're nowhere near. This is some serious people. They know what they're doing, and yeah, they have their own community. And Brian kind of taught me a lot, trying to figure out and it'll blow you away. It's just the way that these people work and what they do to get ready for a show. But Brian's been doing it for how many years now, Brian?
So let's see, about 7 years.
Yeah.
What types of projects, listen to me, items can people, what is reclamation, furnishings?
Not that I want to speak about myself.
No, I'm sorry, but I think
Yeah.
sometimes you're actually going to show up in the video that started to play, because you also come from the artist angle, so I just thought it'd be interesting.
Reclamation, I started as doing reclaimed items, taking old church pews and bowling alleys, things like that, turning them into tables, hand forged bottle openers, things like that. And while I still do that kind of work, it kind of evolved more into a full service fabrication shop. Work with a lot of both customers and professionals in the architecture and design industry to develop railings and installations in their homes. Do art installation restorations. We do pretty much, if it has to do with metal, I'm into it.
Well, and I just wanted to ask you again that you and Elisa together have great experience. I know Elisa has a great background in marketing, and you understand logistics very well. Artists, yeah.
On the to get back to your question about the website, when a customer or a potential customer gets to go to a website, they're going to find the very light and airy fall or season specific feeling, but we're working towards making the directory as user friendly as possible, so they can find what they're looking for, or even browse. That will go into their our vendor's item, and then break out from there either into their social media or onto their website. We're looking for the first of the year to kind of expand into e-commerce, to be able to have their e-commerce, or even possibly provide a platform for them to be able to sell their product through the website. But like I said, the season specific and the airiness of it makes it very, I think it adds to the appeal of the website. It's not your typical cookie cutter.
Mention that it's seasonal, because we still want to celebrate the seasons. One of the great things about living here in Lackawanna County and Northeastern PA is the beautiful season. So if people want to get involved in the winter market, because we know that the holidays is a super big shopping time, and this would be great for people to send out. Again, we can send this out all over the world. So how can they get involved for the next market? And when will that be?
Elise, that's all you.
Right now we're launching, we're putting up all of our it's sweater weather, all of our marketing we're on billboards, we're on radio, we're on television, or obviously on social media, Instagram. So everything is going to come right back to our website, and there's a link that says join the market.
Okay, so if you're a vendor, you can just go to the website.
Yeah, if you're a vendor, a small business in the area, please check it out. If not, ask any questions that you have. We're going to be adding a lot of small businesses as well. We have it broken down into many different categories, and we're always adding categories. Some of them we didn't think of, and we're going to be adding those too. This is the fall. Obviously, we're in pumpkins and, like I said,
sweater weather and
pumpkins and apples. And I am that.
Our next guest, Dan, is going to talk about cider. So he's a great company. So I think that's perfect.
Absolutely perfect for me. Brian yelled at me, there are pumpkins on my porch. I don't care. I am that person. They're already there. I'll get the sweater out. It'll be 75 degrees. But
go ahead.
We have again, it's the fall for right now. It's going to run until the end of October. If you're ready, if anyone's interested, we're going to open. They're open now. You can obviously even still get in for the winter, for the October.
Oh, good. So if you're a vendor out there watching, you can still get in, because there is great marketing. The county has invested, because if no one knows about market, no one's going to shop. So it's all over the place, and not just social media, but radio, like Lisa said, television. WBIA is a partner. So there's a lot of, I think, with the price, it's very reasonable, and you get a lot of marketing. So
we just got the proof for the billboards that I can't wait to see up. I still get giddy when our billboards and everything are all up there. But then the winter will start November 1st. And we're going to do a whole new promotion again for that. Again, I'd love to say that we're going to meet everybody downtown again and at the Globe, like we've done and down there. But I like to think that things are going to change by then. But we're going to make it as big. Yeah, we're going to try to make it as big and as special for Christmas as we did.
Yeah. But for right now, you're right. Fall is almost becoming as big as Christmas with Halloween, and like you said, but you can go visit places.
And I'd like to talk to businesses around the area. for that to have a no.
Sorry, when I was thinking about going outside, you know, we used to have restaurants involved in this and we're hoping to get more presence, but I also want to give a plug to just tell people, you know, downtown Scranton is still hopping in its own way. So you can support our vendors. I know Scranton Tomorrow is working on some fall initiatives as well. So we try to work in partnership, working with the Visitors Bureau to promote this and all the great fall activities you can do in the area. So really think of it as like our collective community. We just want people to support our small businesses during this time, and the website and our part is part of that. So
Yeah.
So, well, this is great. Any final thoughts before I bring on one of our businesses? Well, first I have to say we are going to watch a short video of I'm trying to again promote what there is to do in Lackawanna County. So we're going to see a short public art tour, because during social distancing, there are still fun things you can do to have an art experience. So, and like I said, Brian Murray has done a restoration project for us, so that will make an appearance. And then after that, we will bring on Dan. So.
That's perfect.
Final thoughts is stop by the website, check us out. It's LackawannaMarkets.com. We'll be on Courthouse Square Friday night to advertise our vendors. We'll have a small display backdrop. We'll be there to talk with people and try to sign some more vendors up and get people, directing them towards the website for advertisement. Understand that First Friday isn't necessarily happening, but we're going to go down and hang out anyways. Just stop by. We'll be there from 6 until 9. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. We hope to see you again. Like I said, we hope to be doing this, throughout the season and then into winter and showcasing our artists. So thanks for all you do. And all right, like I said, we're going to take a little short video tour of some public art, and then we'll be back with Dan from Space Time Mead and Cider Works.
Yay. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Of America. In the niche behind the sculpture, you can see a bas-relief of miners at work, and behind the monument is a second bas-relief of a miner having dinner with his family. Artist Heather Evans completed this railroad bridge mural found on Route 247 in Jessup Borough in 2015. It depicts historical figures and scenes of Jessup, which was founded in 1849. Seen in this detail is Pennsylvania Judge William Jessup, for whom the borough is named. Red Wing is a 1976 welded steel-plated sculpture by prominent Scranton artist Hope Comminghorn. It originally stood on Courthouse Square, but in 2019 was moved to the entrance of the Everhart Museum of Science, Natural History, and Art after being restored by Scranton artist Brian Murray. So
I'm bringing on Dan right now. And you guys can stay and watch if you want. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
Awesome today.
Good. I like your background. It's very appropriate.
You.
So I'm going to let you talk about you and yourself, and maybe we'll spotlight. I don't know when you do products, we can spotlight you, but tell us how about Space Time Mead and how you got into this unusual kind of business.
Yeah, sure. This is awesome. I appreciate the opportunity, by the way. So Space Time Mead and Cider Works, we just celebrated our 2nd year anniversary in July. 10 years ago, I had a little bout of cancer and everything was fine. But one of the side effects of cancer is perspective and impatience. So I was working in the corporate world at the time, and it wasn't as fulfilling as it once was. So it took about 8 years to figure out what I really wanted to be when I grew up. And it really was that I have a passion for wine and winemaking, and we wanted to make that into a business. And only just a business to make money, but a business that would actually contribute back to the community in terms of selecting where are we getting our ingredients, locally sourced. Mission of the meadery is also provide back to the community. So we try to work with as many arts and other organizations to give back as possible.
No, that's great. And you are very community minded. And what's that been like? What is it like, working with other people and collaborating and, what's special about our community? Anything you'd like to
Well,
share?
I love Northeast Pennsylvania. I've had so when I worked for an insurance company, a Fortune 50 insurance company for 26 years. I had the opportunity to travel quite a bit, but really my home has always been Northeast Pennsylvania. We have access to larger cities within striking distance, but more importantly, we have a fairly vibrant, hardworking arts community, environmental perspective. Much sometimes it's hard to see, but organizations like the Lackawanna River Conservation Association have really contributed highly to my quality of life. If I have to name one organization, it would be them. Just the fact of cleaning up the Lackawanna River to something I get to run and do 5 and 10Ks against on a regular basis, which, 20 years ago, close a pin on your nose while you tried to do that. So it's, there's just a vitality here. There's a yearn to constantly improve. And we have ways to go, no doubt about it, but we felt that my business, not only just to sell some really cool and clever wine, but also to be part of that, those folk that are making such progress.
Oh, that was so beautifully said. And thanks for giving a shout out to the Lackawanna Conservation, because the group, they do so much. And, another great thing people are doing during this time is using those beautiful trails, like you said,
Yeah.
around the river and fishing and doing outdoor activities and biking. So, and I like how you're talking about locally sourced, and I think shopping local does play a role in, being more of an environmentally conscious. Would you agree in like keeping things small versus?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a number of layers to it. One is if you look just at the environmental impact, carbon footprint. So when I drove over to Ken Ayers Farms in Ransom and picking up 40 gallons of cider, it would be cost, the fuel use if I wanted to ship from California or something else, it would be a staggering amount. So there's that aspect. It's also knowing where your food is grown and what's happening with it. I could go up to the orchard and see the apples. I could touch the apples before they're even pressed. Same thing with honey. We source, I guess, about 90% of our honey locally between Beekeeper's Daughter in Plains, Newkirk, Murphy's bee farm in Ransom. Again, so I'm talking to the folk that are running the apiaries. I know where the bees are. Some of them end up in my yard, so I know it well. And so there's just something to be said for that. And it's also discovering our own terroir. Wildflower honey from Ransom tastes different than wildflower honey down in Luzerne County. Tastes a lot different than wildflower honey from the Dakotas or anywhere else. I really like our honey, and so I want to use it.
Well, that's a great point that maybe a lot of people didn't know about. Now, are you going to demonstrate any products today or talk about them, or because I'll jump?
Yeah, no, I'm actually I wasn't set up for any of that right now, but I could definitely talk about some of the things we've been working on.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I do like your meat. I have bought it. There's the coffee one I like. And I got like a white wine. I forget what it was called. It was delicious. I often give them as presents. They make great gifts. So
I appreciate that.
And the site, like I said, it's a good time. I think as people are getting cozier and, unfortunately we can't go out a lot. So maybe you can have smaller gatherings or just have a glass by yourself or a cider. That I love that kind of fall feeling. So do you go seasonal? Like, do you showcase, or is it kind of the same product?
Yeah, we're only 2 years old, so it's funny when folk ask me about, do I have a pattern yet? And I don't really have a pattern in 2 years. See me in 3 or 4, and we'll see if we have. We do have some things that have become seasonal because they sold so well that we know we need to do them. So we have a wine called Dreams of Valhalla. It's a red wine, honey wine blend that we put in all the holiday spices, and it's just beautiful warmed up. We did it 2 years in a row. We sold out every time. So this year we're, a bigger batch, and ideally we'll go through that. So that's one of our seasonals. Ciders, we get pressed fresh. So yeah, we have to wait to fall and into early winter to get those fresh presses, and then they'll be released generally in the fall time period. Some things we'll release early because I just have an idea to do something. We have some items in our tank and we'll decide to blend stuff. Or this year we had a chance to go up to Laco's Berry Farm and actually hand pick some strawberries and pick the decent amount, but it really came down to only being about 40 bottles of a really special port style strawberry wine.
That sounds awesome.
It's awesome. It's just pure, it's awesome. And we didn't do that in a few years or a couple of years. We did it the first year, now we did it finally this year again.
You kind of gave us a window into what it's like to be a young business, that, yeah, it takes a while to kind of figure yourself out. Like you said, you don't have a pattern yet, but are you growing? Are people responding to your products?
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah.
We are starting shipping this year. So we're actually shipping across the 40 states. Ours is an interesting product. Honey wine has some of a cult following, whether you're into Beowulf or Vikings or Game of Thrones or Dungeons and Dragons. So folk will seek us out, and we'll have what I call meat hunters, a lot of folk that come in and out of state looking specifically hit that type of product. Locally, just people walking in and discovering what is this thing?
Yeah, well, and I'm sorry if you might have mentioned this in the beginning, but maybe some of our viewers don't really know what meat is unless they are watching some of those shows. Do you kind of want to just give us a quick intro to what?
Yeah, I should have thought of that, because you're right. Most folk that come in, and now that's changed in the last couple of years with our customer base, and also the fact that we have Colony Meadery also as a local installation at the Steamtown Marketplace. So that the knowledge of what it is becoming is increasing. But really, mead is a wine. So instead of using grape juice, we take honey and dilute it or mix it with other juices and ferment it. It's not a beer. There's no grains at all used with it. It truly is a wine, simply made out of honey and in its basis, it's honey and water and yeast. And then from that point, you treat it as if you would any other fine wine. You would stabilize it, clarify it, filter it, age it in oak. Everything you would do with a red or a white wine, can do with honey wine.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, like I said, it is quite delicious, and I bought a lot of people gifts. It's really nice, and I think that is a great, and I love that idea of, the red, like you said, the one that you can warm up, and there's different styles for different seasons, but I think any of them would be great at any season.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
and that's something else. I'm sorry. Something else folk don't understand is they have I would say there's two stereotypes of what mead is. One is it's the Renaissance fair, sweet, cloying, kind of simple beverage that is good, but it's not, it's one-dimensional. Or their buddy made it in college and it tastes like jet fuel. You could clean your paintbrush it off with it because they were going for the highest alcohol nightmare that they wanted. And mead, just like wine, a great traditional grape wine is just as versatile. A Pinot Noir grape is different than a Sauvignon Blanc grape there versus a Niagara grape or a Concord grape. They all have different aspects. Different honeys will have that. And we could also control how much sweetness or dryness and alcohol level is in our wine. So we have stuff that could definitely displace a white wine at the dinner table. We have stuff that could displace a red wine heavily oaked at a dinner table. And then we also have stuff that's like candy in a glass. It will rot your teeth, and it would be fantastic too. And everything in between.
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
And just because we talked a lot about mead, but cider, maybe there's some people that we've all heard of that and seen it on tap, but it's not a beer, but what it's made, what can you talk a little bit about, in case people don't know what cider is or the process of how it's made? Sure.
Yeah, and actually cider is just another wine. So cider is apple wine or cider is pear wine. So all we're doing is substituting what is the juice source. Is it apple juice? Is it pear juice? Is it grape juice? Or is it diluted honey in effect? So it's all the same process. Yeah, cider is definitely not beer. All these things are gluten-free generally. There's some exceptions to that. If someone's using there's a liquid yeast that's actually grown in a grain product. So we don't use any of that, but 90% of your ciders and wines are gluten-free.
That's good to know for some of our viewers. And, you are on the LackawannaMarkets.com website. So we hope, people find space time through that. But, you can mention other places. I know I believe you have an Instagram account as well.
Yeah, social media has definitely been our friend.
Yeah.
We actually retail at our Dunmore Farmers Market as well on every other Saturday at the corners. Of course, our retail operation is located in Dunmore. We also do, you could actually get on-premise tastings at Last Minute when they have a food truck, Last Minute Brewing in Scott Township,
Did not know
Hopping
that.
Eagle in Holly, Susquehanna Brewing Company. And our only other retail outlet is Sabatini's Beer and Bottle Shop in Exeter, which is a simply fantastic place to be.
Yeah.
And American Candle too sells some of our product.
Oh, yeah, that's great for viewers. And even though it's, the pandemic, these places are still open. So people obviously practicing social distancing, can they still come to your retail shop and other,
Yeah, our retail shop is definitely opening. We are not doing tastings. We're just too small. I want to keep my family safe and the customers safe. And I tell everyone, buy a bottle. If I'll talk to folk and ask them what do they like to normally drink, and I said if I'm wrong and pick something, bring the bottle back and we'll make it right.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
it's
all
low
happy to do
risk.
Yeah, so that's good to know. You can website, they ship, you can go to all these places he mentioned in person. So there's a lot of ways. And like Elisa was saying, the fall is just a wonderful time. So I think I would highly recommend it. And again, you can find a link to all of this on our market page. So we encourage you though to follow Space Time on all the social media sites. And so I want to thank you for your time. I know you're busy and you're our first vendor that we're showcasing because you've been with us a long time and we appreciate that and the support, and you have an awesome product. So we're hoping to do more of these, and as winter comes up, we'll bring you back on and see what's new for that. So thanks. And today's our fall launch. So I hope everybody enjoyed the interview with Dan. And again, our point is to get people shopping local. So please keep that in mind. So we're going to close out today's show with a little short tour. It was nice of you to mention some of the river and the outdoors. So the Lackawanna County Convention and Visitors Bureau has great stuff, great photos on their website of things you can do outdoors. So we thought we'd showcase that because there's still time to get out with late summer into early fall and enjoy that. And then we're going to close it out with the Tumavich Trio. So thank you again for your time, and cheers.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
It originally stood on Courthouse Square, but in 2019, as summer winds down, there's still plenty of time to take part in outdoor activities in Lackawanna County, like kayaking, fishing, and strolling around downtown Scranton to see some amazing architecture. Check out the Lackawanna County Convention and Visitors Bureau at visitpa.org and follow them on social media to learn more.
Welcome back. We're the Tumavich Trio. This next tune we're going to be playing is called Jordu, and it's written by Duke Jordan.
that was Jordu. Now we're going to play one final song by Pat Metheny called Question and Answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. thank you. Once again, we are the Tomovich Trio. Give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, or around the Scranton, Pennsylvania surrounding areas, and always available for any events you may have. So give us a follow. Thanks for watching.
Well, I just love that group, the Tomovich Trio, Tumavitch. And as they said, they have an Instagram page. They're on Facebook. We hope to work with them again. That is a bright spot that has come out of this, that we've met new artists and new businesses. So thank you for watching. I'm just going to ask this because I'm not a Zoom master yet. I think there was a thumbnail of me in the corner. So I'm sorry, you're probably all sick of seeing me. If anybody knows how to fix that when you're going live, because I don't see it on my screen, I am always open to help. So we are all mastering this. I think I'm getting better for those of you who have seen my early live stream videos, but I guess that's what's nice about a community. We're all helping each other. So I really want to thank Anthracite Events and the Lackawanna County Convention and Visitors Bureau for their support of Lackawanna markets. We need you, please shop. I know things might be a little tight, but if you are buying online, there's things for all price ranges and a nice selection. And as Lisa was saying, it is fall. We're hoping to do more of these. We have a lot of vendors. I was really happy to focus on Space Time, Mead, and Cider Works. As I said, they've been a longtime supporter, and Dan's just a great guy. So until next time, LackawannaMarkets.com. Look for our advertising, billboards, social media updates. Hopefully you'll hear us on the radio. And thank you. We love Lackawanna County and we love Northeastern PA. Have a great day.